Hello and welcome to the PremierLiga for Matchday 9. My name is Gary Walker, presenter weekly on the Match of the Day. And these are the games that we are featuring. We are starting first at the Gunner Park Stadium as Addis Gunners will take on Padres Impact. The Georgetown Red Devils also, the second matchup, will take on Red Bull Tomato. And also the game highlights for all the other matches here in the PremierLiga also. And now let's start first, shall we, as we're in Addis. As Addis Gunners will play at home to Padres Impact. Let's get to the action. Hello and welcome here to the Gunner Park Stadium as it's Addis Gunners will play at home to Padres Impact at the Gunner Park Stadium. And we know that Addis Gunners, of course, are the only single team, have not lost a matchup so far this season. Even a couple of weeks ago, they actually won of the current holders of the PremierLiga, the Georgetown Red Devils. And also last week, they did draw 0-0 against Georgetown City at home. And now, let's get straight into the action right here, as it's Addis Gunners taking on here against Padres Impact in this match here, today's contest. Okay, the starting 11 today, we have, up front, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Up front, alongside him, we have Luis Suarez, Mesut Ozil, Daley Blind, Toni Kroos and Angel Di Maria, and also goalkeeper there, Oliver Kahn. For Padres Impact, we have his Lacazette, Eric Cantona, Pepe, Zidane, Tielemans, Lemar, and also we got Kahira and Hugo Lloris and Saeed Koznach. And let's get straight into the matchup right here, right now, as we are going to have it kicking off as Addis here, taking it here against Padres Impact. And here we go! And let's get this contest right here, right now, live between the two teams. Now Mesut Ozil. Now Suarez. A good clearance away right there. Now it's going to be now a throw-in here now. Good start to the match here. A bit leaky there. Shaky defence there for Padres. Now throw-in here. Now to Kroos. Now Lemar. Now Remy Lex. Now is Kahir. Now to header there, nice there from Leon Sago there. And now here's Cantona lost it now to Di Maria. Now Di Maria on the attack here. Shot! Goal! And what a start to the match up there. And the Argentinian equalises. The midfielder scored for the Addis Gunners from long range and puts Addis in the lead by 1-0. Yeah, it was Angel Di Maria who won the ball, went all the way and kicked it from outside the penalty box and whacked into the top corner of the goal. And Addis Gunners are in the lead by 1-0 in the match. Very good goal right there from him. And Addis Gunners are in the lead here by 1-0. 1-0 as it stands at the moment. Now Toby Alderweireld. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now Pepe. Now Kahir. Now Remy Lex. Now pings it. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now Toni Kroos. Now pass the ball right there to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's through. And he scores. And now Addis are 2 in front in the first 21 minutes of the game. 21 minutes been played, and now it's 2-0 to Addis Gunners. Great ball there from Toni Kroos, and Aubameyang right there 1v1 to Lloris, and he puts it into the back of the net, and Addis are leading now by 2-0 in the match. Great pass there from Toni Kroos, and Aubameyang was right there 1v1, and then tapped it in, and he equalises and makes it 2-0 to Addis Gunners in the match. Great goal there for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 2-0. So there, 2-0 in the 22nd minute of the matchup. Addis are leading by 2-0. Now it's Kahir. Now to Toby Alderweireld. Now boots it now towards Zinedine Zidane. Now Tielemans. Now to Eric Cantona for Padres. Now is Pepe. Cross into the box. And yeah, Oliver Kahn there grabs it and now chucks it away. Now Di Maria. Now Blind. Now Angel Di Maria. Now Daley Blind. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now Lex. Now Tillemans. Now pass it nicely to Shai Koznac. Now Cantona. Now it's Pepe. Now it's Ryan James. Now it's Toni Kroos. Now Suarez. Oh, that could have been. And now goal kick here for Padres Impact. It was a nice chance, so I've got to say there. Di Maria gave the ball to Toni Kroos, and Kroos gave the ball there to Suarez. Had a chance, but the ball went wide, and that's a goal kick there for Padres Impact. Now Lloris. Now boots it. Now header there now to Aubameyang. Now Suarez. He's going to be a chance here maybe for a third, but a save there, stopped there by Lloris. And that's half time. And the score is This is Addis Gunners 2, Padres Impact 0 going into the break. Now second half, and here we go. Zinedine Zidane. Now Koznac. Nicola Pepe. Now heading there back there now to Schweinsteiger. Now Ryan James. Now Nicola Pepe. Now Koznac. Now Lacazette. Shot. Oh, it's gone wide. It's a nice chance though for Padres though. It's a shot but gone wide for a goal kick. Now Khan. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now Kroos. And now it's here now. Now to Eric Cantona. Now Ramos. Won the ball back now to Ryan James. Now to Angel Di Maria. Okay, lost it now to Shai Koznac. Now Nicola Pepe. Now pings it into the box. Oh, trying a bicycle kick there. He could have hit the back of the head there of Ramos there. He could have kicked him, but he did dodged it right there from that Pele kick. He trying to hit there by mistake to Ramos. But anyway, going back to the match now. Here's Tillemans. Now here's Zidane. Now Nicola Pepe. Okay, good defend there from Addis here. Now Suarez now on the attack here. Now to Mesut Ozil. Now here's Aubameyang. Good defend there from Toby Alderweireld. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now to Pepe. Now it's Mesut Ozil. Now Cantona. Now Ozil. Now Ryan James. Now Lemar. Now Ramos. Clearance away. Now it's Lemar. Now Tillemans. Now Tillemans, cross it in. Head away. Now Ozil. Now Toby Alderweireld. Now Zinedine Zidane. Shot! Oh, hit the wall. And that is half. That's the end of the match up, full time. And Addis Gunners got themselves to 3 points. And one here today against Padres. And of course, their unbeaten run still alive as it ends here. Addis Gunners 2, Padres Impact 0. Another 3 points for Addis Gunners and puts pressure on the Georgetown Red Devils at the top of the table, as Addis have still not lost a match yet so far this season. A good start for Addis under their new manager who took over during pre-season, David Wagner, and he's done an incredible job on how the way he turned Addis into a team was struggling under Joachim Löw last season and didn't qualify for Europe, into a team and now being consistent on the football pitch and winning every single match what's in front of them in the PremierLiga. But now, let's get to our second matchup here, featuring here today, as we have the defending champions of the Premier League, the Georgington Red Devils, take on Red Bull Tomato at Old Factory Road. Let's go to the match. And we are here for Old Factory Road Stadium here today, as we have the second match we are featuring, the Georgington Red Devils versus Tomato Red Bulls here today. A very big matchup between the two sides. Tomato Red Bulls, however, under their new owners, the Red Bull Consortium, took over the club during pre-season from Michael De Santa and transformed them into a team from the bottom half of the PremierLiga into a top quality side of the PremierLiga. And they are currently sitting in third place in the PremierLiga so far this season. And they are playing against a team who also the title winners from last season and the year before that as well, Georgington Red Devils, and having Cristiano Ronaldo in their ranks. It'd be huge for the Tomato Red Bulls to get something out of this one. But they could do, if they can do what the Addis did a couple of weeks ago when Addis came to the Red Devil Stadium and beat them by 1-0. It could also happen to the Red Bull Tomato. It could happen today if they really focus here today and get something out of this match away from home. And now let's get straight into it as the Georgington Red Devils kick off this matchup here today as the Red Devils take on Red Bull Tomato. And here we go. And let's get this contest underway, shall we? And now here we go for this match. And now it's Kai Havertz now the ball here now for the Georgington Red Devils here on the attack here. Nice attack there from Havertz. Crossing into the box here. Ronaldo and a goal in the early stage of the matchup. CR7, the GOAT, scores. And the Red Devils are now 1-0 up in the early phases of this matchup here today. What a mat goal. What a diving header. What a cross from Kai Havertz. And the Red Devils have got themselves 1-0 in front in the early phase of the matchup. What a beautiful cross there from Kai Havertz, who crossed into the box. And then Ronaldo, that head right there into that top corner of the goal. And as an equaliser was scored, as it was a great goal from him, as Kai Havertz crossed the ball into the box. And then Ronaldo with that head right there really jumped on top compared to everybody else in that defence. And Ronaldo, of course, did very well on that. And it's now 1-0 to the Red Devils. So 1-0 to the Red Devils here. Now Rio Wilson. And now is Ian Robin. Now Draxler. Now Isaac now. On the ball, nice here from Upamecano. Now Kai Havertz. Now Pjanic. And now, okay, now is Robin. Now Draxler. Now Pjanic. Now, oh my God, he lost the ball right there. Usain Bolt. Oh, save there from David Seaman. That was a nice chance though. And now throwing now. Here's Havertz now throws into Ronaldo. Cross into the box here. Oh, Bolt could have got the ball there, but he doesn't. And now it's a throw-in right now for the Red Bull Tomato. Now throws it now into the box now to Julian Draxler now to Ian Robin. And now here's now Usain Bolt. Now Ian Robin. Now Isaac. Now Koulibaly. Now Wayne Rooney. And now Ronaldo. Oh, offside. David Seaman will take the goal kick here for the Red Bull Tomato. Now boots it. Now is Rooney. Now Ronaldo. Now Pjanic. Now Ronaldo. Chance maybe. Oh, save there from David Seaman. Yeah, nice save from him. He stopped that one from going to the back of the net. And Ronaldo right there. Gave the ball to Sanchez, cut that through to Bolt, and then saved there to David Seaman to stop that one from going to the back of the net to make it 2-0. Now Roberto Carlos will take the cross into the box. Ball's in the box. Rooney! Oh, that's gone wide for a bicycle kick. He tried to do a bicycle kick goal, but that bicycle kick was very wide. And Wayne really couldn't really recreate that bicycle goal he scored against Man City way back in 2011. Now David Seaman will take the goal kick here for the Red Bull Tomito. Pass it short there to Jan Vertonghen. Now here's to Skegnia. Now to Iron Robin. Now to Roberto Carlos, wins the ball. Well, he tried to. Now Draxler now. Now Sanchez. Now Van Persie. Now Dwight Young. On the attack here. For Jordi Janmat. Now Kimmich. Now Ronaldo. And now Ronaldo. Now Pjanic. Now it's Pjanic here, the shot. Oh, the post! He tried to. Now Isaac. And that's half time at Old Factory Road Stadium as it's 1-0 to the Georgington Red Devils going into the break. And we are back here for the second half here at Old Factory Road, and here we go. And let's get this contest underway. And now it's Iron Robin. Now to Pjanic. Roberto Carlos. Now Koulibaly. Upamecano. Now Chris Bailey now boots the ball away. Now Vertonghen. Now it's Robin. On the attack here for Tomito here. Maybe a goal here for Tomito. Might be a goal back, but good defending there from the Red Devils defence. Now Pjanic now wins the ball. Now to Bolt. Now is Kai Havertz now. And now he crossed it all the way into Bolt there, but okay, it wasn't to be. Now is Draxler now, trying to win the ball, but he does. Now to Robin. To Isaac. Now Isaac on the attack. And now Robin wins the ball. Now Van Persie. Van Persie! Oh, okay, hit the wall right there. Now Dwight Young. Now is Robin. Now Draxler. Now push away right there. Now it's Wayne Rooney. Now Usain Bolt. Now is Isaac. Now Ronaldo. Now here's Draxler. Now Sanchez. Now Roberto Carlos. Now Bolt. Now Wayne Rooney. That's going to be now a free kick here for the Red Devils in this match. The Red Devils got themselves a free kick in the match so far. And now Roberto Carlos into the box, trying to ping it. Now Kai Havertz. Now Kimmich. Now Draxler. Now Van Persie. On the attack here. Might get a goal maybe in the last minute of the game. Might get a point out of the Red Devils potentially. So it could be. Van Persie. Saved there from Chris Bailey right there. Who stopped that one from going to the back of the net. Now Kai Havertz. Now, okay, back to now Rio Wilson now. Now Jan Vertonghen. Now Draxler. And now is Iron Robin now to Isaac. Tomito are looking for a last minute goal. And Red Bull trying to get a last minute goal to make them get a point over the Red Devils away from home. It's game over. And the Georgington Red Devils have got themselves another victory back to back for the first time after that defeat to Addis a couple of weeks ago on April Fools. And Ronaldo scored last week against Taloga, and even today again at home also. And the Red Devils are still top of the PremierLiga after today's result. As the game ended today, the Red Devils won, Tomito Red Bull 0. The Georgington Red Devils stay at the top of the league after a victory at home to Red Bull Tomito by a goal from the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Addis are still below them in second place despite beating Padres by 2-0 earlier go, as the Red Devils have 2 points in more than Addis. And then now, let's go now to the game highlights for the other 8 matches across the country here for Matchday 9 of the PremierLiga. Lionel Messi tried to score, but Thomas Hersey was out the way from his shot. Messi looks furious at Thomas Hersey for not moving out the way from Messi's potential goal for Georgetown City. Messi finally scored for Georgetown City as Jeff Baldwin tried to clear out the way for Cobham, but unfortunately went to Messi's feet and then striked it first time, and finally this time around Messi finally scored, and Thomas Hersey was out the way from Messi's shot to make it 1-0 to Georgetown City. But then in the second half, Lionel Messi scored a second goal for Georgetown City as Thomas Hersey assisted Messi, and Messi put it in as the Argentinian all-time goal scorer and great player of all time makes it 2-0, and now it's 2-0 to City in the second half. All thanks from teamwork from Hersey to assist Messi to make it 2-0 to Georgetown City. Thomas Hersey was fouled by Oscar Coleman, and Georgetown City got themselves a free kick from a foul from Oscar Coleman, and the referee given for a free kick for City. Then Ziyech to the free kick for Georgetown City, pass ball to Neymar, very short, had a shot, deflected from Jeff Baldwin, and he went for a corner kick here for Georgetown City. And Lionel Messi takes a corner kick here for Georgetown City, cross into the box, and then had a header that was almost, but then Thomas Hersey got the ball in fact, passed to Aurier, and Aurier passed the ball to Barella, and then Barella however lost the ball, and then good defending from Cobham Town. In the 83rd minute of the matchup, Diego Maradona on the counter-attack here for Georgetown City, passed there to Thomas Hersey on the counter-attack, 1v1 there to Mark Green, had a shot and striked it, and it was 3-0 to Georgetown City just 4 minutes before the end of the matchup, despite him being out the way from Messi's chance for a goal. However, he got himself a goal himself, and now Georgetown City are 3-0 up against Cobham Town here at the Airlines Arena. Then 2 minutes later, however, Thomas Hersey passed the ball there nicely there to Diego Maradona, passed to Messi, and Messi got himself a hat-trick in the matchup, and it was a great goal from him, and all the Georgetown City crowd are loving Lionel Messi, really entertaining the City fans here today, and they deserve to be entertained after a poor spell of results a couple of weeks back, and even the result last week against Addis Gunners away from home by drawing 0-0. And finally, that's a huge victory there for City, and Messi got himself a hat-trick. Nice ball there from Maradona to assist him, and then Messi puts it in, as now Georgetown City are now leading by 4-0 in the match. But it wasn't over for Georgetown City, however, as Hakim Ziyech won the ball off of Steven Gerrard. Long pass to Thomas Hersey. He was 1v1 to Green, and all he had to do is tap it in, and he did that. And then Georgetown City scored in the 96th minute of the matchup again from 2 goals from Thomas Hersey. And Georgetown City destroyed Cobham Town here today. And of the City fans are so happy they're back to winning ways under Roberto Mancini. And Cobham Town have got another defeat under their belt. Not very good for them, in fact, in their first season in the top division of the PremierLiga, to lose 5-0 to Georgetown City here at the end of the match. And Hashtag United got themselves their first goal of the matchup. It took them 12 minutes, it did, as Speed equalises and strikes it into that bottom corner of the goal as Hashtag United go in the lead by 1-0. And that celebration right there is dedicated there to CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo, and he did that very nicely there, he did. And there's a great ball there from Jeremy Lynch to assist Speed, and now Hashtag are 1-0 up here at the Hashtag Arena. They're in poor form so far this season, but Mark Goldbridge will have a smiley face he will have during the start of the match for Hashtag. And then, however, Grasshoppers United lost the ball there from Mark Noble, and the referee gave a free kick for Grasshoppers United. It was a huge reckless challenge there from Carlos Tevez. A nice tackle there from Mark Noble, but unfortunately it was a bit misled, and now Grasshoppers got themselves a free kick. And then Pal Nevid for Grasshoppers United took the free kick for Grasshoppers, pinged it into the box, and then Mobley had the ball, had a shot, but saved by Ben Foster, the cycling GK, for a corner kick for Grasshoppers. Then Grasshoppers won themselves a short corner, pass ball to Oliver Peters, and Oliver Peters lost the ball there to Jimmy Conrad, and great defender for Hashtag United. And then in the second half, Grasshopper not on their counter-attack as Andrew O'Henry passed ball to Chirio Immobile, back to O'Henry, and O'Henry's 1v1, and scored for Grasshoppers United to put themselves in level terms of the matchup. A great goal there from Andrew O'Henry, and a great goal from him, as Grasshoppers now 1-1 here at the Hashtag Arena, and Ben Foster was stopped. I think Mark Goldbridge will feel very disappointed that they've got themselves a goal conceded, as they haven't won a game yet so far this season in the PremierLiga, and now they've conceded a goal, and Grasshoppers have now got a goal back, as it's now 1-1 here at the Hashtag Arena. And the game ends as Hashtag United did really give it a heck of a match-up to that, the Hashtag Arena, and got a point out of Grasshoppers here today. Bit of compliments compared to a loss, but the full-time score was 1-1. And in fact, Chesco Blue Tigers got themselves almost a goal. It's a shot from Mane, but saved by Donnarumma to keep that one out for Taloga. And a corner kick from Luth Matas, crossed into the box, trying to be a header there. And then Hector Bellerin won the ball, and then Matt Nelson passed to Hector Bellerin, had a shot, but went wide for a goal kick. Another nice chance there for Chesco Blue Tigers. Sadio Mane had a shot, deflected De Ligt's leg, and is out for a corner kick. In the second half, Inter Taloga, however, were very sharp they were after half-time, and then Mahrez on the counter-attack for Inter Taloga crossed it in, and then Frankie de Jong met the ball and scored for Inter Taloga, and Ten Hag's team are in the lead here today in the rainy day in Chesico, as Chesico are now trailing by 1-0 to Inter Taloga from a nice cross there from Mahrez, met the ball towards Frankie de Jong, and he equalises to put Inter Taloga in the lead by 1-0 here at the Stamford Bridge Stadium. And however, Inter Taloga got another chance as Lisandro Martinez passed the ball there to Griezmann. Then Griezmann gave the ball there to Mbappe, and Mbappe made it 2-0 to Inter Taloga. 2 goals here away from home, and a great goal there from the French forward, Kylian Mbappe, as Leno was unfortunately couldn't stop that one from going to the back of the net, as Mbappe scores to make Inter Taloga extend their lead to 2-0. And Chesco Blue Tigers got themselves almost a consolation goal, but it was a save from Donnarumma to keep that one out, and now Chesco got themselves a corner kick in the 89th minute of the match. And Inter Taloga are back in winning ways after that defeat to Georgington Red Devils last week, as Eric Ten Hag's team got themselves 2 goals away from home to Chesco as it ends 2-0 to Inter Taloga. 15 minutes inside the matchup, Alan Shearer got himself a chance as he gave the ball nicely there to Falcao. Had a shot, but Jens Lehmann stopped that one for going to the back of the net, and it's out for a corner kick here for Los Andreas. It wasn't really much of the matchup as it was all 0-0 throughout the whole game, but the closest chance we were in the match was actually Abu Bakr had a shot, but Cal the Dragon stopped that one for going to the back of the net, as Upper Back has had a very good season so far for Hassonfield Terriers. He scored a great goal last week against South Coast Rangers, and the Kung Fu kick goal from him against Goldfield Boys United. But the match wasn't really enough for both sides here at the Westphalia Bank Stadium, as the game ends at Los Andreas 0, Hassonfield Terriers 0. It was a good chance for Goldfield Boys United as Tino Werner almost scored, but it went wide for a goal kick. And Goldfield kept on trying as Tino Werner finally got himself a goal in the 12th minute of the matchup, as Goldfield finally now are leading against Warenord by 1-0 at Goldfield Park. And Goldfield's attack was very sharp throughout the whole 20 minutes of the matchup as Tino Werner bagged a second goal to put Goldfield 2 goals in front, as Tino Werner hit the post and the ball floated in over the line, and then it's now 2-0 to Goldfield Boys United in the 22nd minute of the game. Warenord almost equalised to make it 2-1 to try and get back into the matchup. Robin Lewandowski beat the goalkeeper, but he didn't beat the goal. Eden Hazard dived in the penalty box to make the referee feel it was a penalty for Goldfield, but it wasn't, as he was booked for a yellow card and a free kick for Warenord. Five minutes before the end of the matchup, Warenord got themselves a goal, and maybe it could be a comeback if they can get another goal in the late stage of the matchup, and that was 1 goal back there for Sergio Aguero, but they're still trailing by 2-1. Warenord's comeback was a fantasy as Edison Cavani assisted Tino Werner and placed the ball into the net to extend their lead in the last minute of the match. And the game ended here as Warenord got themselves a defeat, unfortunately so here, travelling here to Goldfield Park Stadium, as Goldfield Boys United got themselves to 3 points and 2 goals from the German striker Tino Werner, as Goldfield Boys United move into 3rd position into the Champions League places as the game ends as it's 3-1 to Goldfield. There was a chance for Prantos to score as Kaka had a shot but went wide. Erling Haaland bagged 4 goals last week, but this week his shot went completely wide and went out for a goal kick for Polksburg. Haaland's magic wasn't working, unfortunately, compared to last week, as the match ended as goalless at the Allianz Stadium, as it was Prantos 0, Polksburg United 0. Sporting Sun Lake's form continued like last week's result to hashtag, as Samuel Eto'o put Sporting in the lead in the 18th minute of the match against South Coast Rangers, as South Coast defence was absolutely dreadful and Sporting got themselves in the lead, as it's now 1-0 to Sporting Sun Lake. Another chance again for Sporting Sun Lake as Boney was 1v1 to the keeper, had a shot but went wide for a goal kick. And then in the second half, South Coast Rangers trying to get back in level terms in the matchup, as Lucas Perez had a shot but the ball went wide for a goal kick. Ben Benson had a reckless tackle against Lucas Perez and given away a free kick for South Coast Rangers. And it was a very poor tackle there from Ben Benson, mismanaged, and it was South Coast Rangers got themselves a free kick. And then Benjamin Pavard took the free kick, had a shot, but went wide for a goal kick. There was a nice chance there from Stephen Berghouse to have a shot, but the ball deflected and went for a corner kick for Sporting Sun Lake. And then Stephen Berghouse crossed the ball into the box. Could have been a header there, but then Lerma had a shot, but then it was defended off from the Sporting Sun Lake defence. But however, Godos had the ball for Sporting Sun Lake, and then unfortunately they lost it as it was Trezeguet cleared it away. And then however, their South Coast Rangers from Polson passed the ball there to David Trezeguet, had a shot, deflected, and that could have gone in. And now it's a corner kick here for South Coast Rangers. It's a nice cross from Lucas Perez to cross the ball into the box, and he did. And there was a nice head away right there from the Sporting Sun Lake defence to clear that one away. And it's still 1-0 to Sun Lake. A huge win for Sporting Sun Lake. 2 wins straight, and Sean Dodge's team are climbing up the table in the PremierLiga as only 1 goal was scored by Sammy Eto as the game ends as Sporting Sun Lake 1, South Coast 0. And now here's Iceberg Forest on the counter-attack as Valencia pressed on, and then Sol Campbell with that reckless elbow, and the referee really ran it really quickly to Sol Campbell and gave him a straight yellow card. And some Spurs fans would be very happy to see this happen to Sol Campbell after what he did to them 20 years ago. Deco took the free kick for Iceberg Forest and then hit and ricocheted the Pompey wall. And then Harren Hickey with a first time volley scored for Forest to put them 1-0 up in the game as Iceberg are leading by 1-0 against Los Andreas Pompey, as this game's a battle between 17th and 18th position of the PremierLiga, but Iceberg are leading here by 1-0. A great shot, beat James Taylor, and it's now 1-0 to Iceberg Forest. Then Los Andreas got themselves in the counter-attack. It was actually a chance there from Ben Diaz, and then however Alan Scholes shot and scored as it deflected off Harren Hickey's foot and it went into the back of the net. He scored for Iceberg Forest, but unfortunately Alan Scholes' goal was deflected from a goal scorer from Iceberg Forest, Aaron Hickey, as now the match is now level. Los Andreas Pompey doesn't want to drop points in this matchup, and they score another late goal again from Alan Scholes as Iceberg Forest went from leading and now trailing in the match, and it looks like now they have failed to win their first match of their league campaign as Iceberg Forest tried to get something but failed as Los Andreas Pompey go from 1-0 down to 2-1. Los Andreas Pompey won their first league match of the PremierLiga season under their new manager Domenico Tessico as they won here today as Iceberg Forest 1, Los Andreas Pompey 2. The official results of the PremierLiga for Matchday 9. Addis Gunners 2, Padres Impact 0. Chesco Blue Tigers 0, Inter Taloga 2. Georgington City 5, Cobham Town 0. The Georgington Red Devils 0, Red Bull Tomato 1. Goldfield Boys United 3, Warenord 1. Hashtag United 1, Grasshoppers United 1. Iceberg Forest 1, Los Andreas Pompey 2. Los Andreas 0, Hassenfield Terriers 0. Parantos 0, Polksburg United 0. And Sporting Sun Lake 1, South Coast Rangers 0. The PremierLiga table as it stands at the moment, as the Georgington Red Devils are top of the league with 24 points. In second we have is Addis with 23 points. In 19th we have in third position is Goldfield Boys United. In fourth we have is Parantos with 17 points. In fifth we have is Inter Taloga with 17 points. In sixth we have is Red Bull Tomato with 17 points. In seventh we have is Chesco Blue Tigers with 16 points. In eighth we have is Padres Impact with 15 points. In ninth we have is Warenord with 14 points. And now in the top half of the table, now moved up from 11th to 10th, is Georgington City with 13 points. In the bottom half of the table we have his Hassonfield Terriers with 13 points. In 12th we have his Sporting Sun Lake with 12 points. In 13th we have his Grasshoppers United with 9 points. In 14th we have his Portsburg United with 9 points. In 15th we have his South Coast Rangers with 8 points. And in 16th we have his Los Andreas with 8 points. In 17th we've got his Los Andreas Pompey with 6 points. In the relegation zone we have his Iceberg Forest with 2 points. In 19th with his Hashtag United with 2 points. And last we have his Cobham Town with 2 points. And the official games for Matchday 10 of the PremierLiga featuring Padres Impact versus Tomato Red Bulls, the Georgington Red Devils versus the Cheska Blue Tigers, the goals highlights of Goldfield Boys United versus Adders Gunners, Los Andreas versus Intertaloga, Georgington City versus Grasshoppers United, Hashtag United versus Cobham Town, Hassonfield Terriers versus Parantos, Portsburg United versus Warenord, Iceberg Forest versus South Coast Rangers, and Sporting Sun Lake versus Los Andreas Pompey. And that's all we have time for here today. Myself here today, Gary Walker, from us here for Matchday 9 of the PremierLiga. We're back for next week for Matchday 10. Until then, goodbye for now.